This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it is 6:53. Let's get you ready for your Wednesday here in the Morning Sprint. Olivia Roberts has new developments in the fight against COVID, and Destiny Richards is live at Bean and Pie in Coeur d'Alene. But first, let's go to Mark Peterson tracking a chilly but dry midweek forecast.
Yep, dry is going to be the key, but frost on the windshield potentially, 33 degrees right now. And that 24-hour forecast has us clear throughout much of the day. So you're going to need your sunglasses. We're going to have a continuation of cloud cover into Idaho and Montana if you're traveling there. And then we'll see cloud cover and scattered showers coming in. Highs today are going to be into the mid-40s for our region, a little cooler to the north. You'll see 50s from Moses Lake, Tri-Cities over to the LC Valley.
So breaking news this morning, a crash in East Spokane sent a car into a building. It happened just about an hour ago, a little more than an hour ago, at the intersection of Sprague and Medelia. You can see the SUV there in the side of ABC Safes, Keys, and Locks. The fire department says there were injuries, but we don't know how severe. We'll let you know if we learn any new information. And breaking news from the Labor Department this morning. Its latest unemployment report shows new claims for benefits are on the decline for the 6th week in a row. 267,000 new claims were filed last week. That's a drop of 4,000 claims from the week before and the lowest number of filings since the start of the pandemic. It doesn't just seem like you're paying more for everything these days. You actually are. This morning, new inflation numbers for October are out from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They show prices have climbed 6.2% over the past 12 months. That's the biggest increase since this time back 31 years ago in 1990. The overall price index rose 0.9% in October alone, more than the 0.6% economists were expecting.
New developments in the fight against COVID-19. Pfizer has officially asked the FDA to expand authorization for its booster shot to include all adults 18 and older. Now it's a waiting game to see when people will be able to get that extra layer of protection. Now, in its request, Pfizer is pointing to new data showing a third shot increases protection against symptomatic disease to 95% across all age groups. It comes just months after a public debate over boosters for all Americans when an FDA advisory committee overwhelmingly recommended against a similar request. But new information suggests the outcome this time could be different. Sources familiar with the discussions are now confirming that the FDA will not be calling its independent committee to review Pfizer's data, which would mean authorization could happen before Thanksgiving.
Well, new this morning, the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers have been fined for violations of NFL COVID-19 protocols. The Packers were fined $300,000 and Rodgers fined a little more than $14,000. Packers wide receiver Alan Lazard was also fined. The NFL discovered, that Rodgers and Lazard each attended a Halloween party despite being unvaccinated. That's a violation of protocols. The team was aware of the party and is being fined for failure to report the violations. Also new this morning, the Justice Department is seeking to make an example of the so-called QAnon shaman, with prosecutors asking for a prison sentence of more than 4 years. Jacob Chansley quickly became the face of the January 6th riot at the Capitol after pictures of him inside the building emerged. He was one of the first rioters to make it inside the building and carried an American flag on a speared pole. Federal prosecutors are asking for a sentence of 51 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release.
If you still need a pie for your Thanksgiving table, you can order right now from Bean and Pie. They have 10-inch and 6-inch pies that you can order from now until November 20th, but get those orders in early. They have a variety of festive flavors for you to choose from, so you can go to our website, kxly.com. We have a link to their website with a special Thanksgiving page to get those orders in.
And a high risk of avalanche danger is closing down the North Cascades Highway early this year. The Department of Transportation closes State Route 20 every year once snow fills the avalanche chutes that line the highway. But this year, it's shutting down tonight at 6 o'clock. Now, these changes are typically weather dependent and happen in January, so it's much earlier. Now, somewhere you can go tonight, the winter market is returning to Riverfront Park for the second year. The market is bringing together local farmers, processors, and artisans under the pavilion lights. There are 35 vendors at the market this year. There were just about 20 last year. The market will continue every Wednesday night from 3 to 7 p.m. and runs through December the 22nd. Masking and social distancing for COVID-19 safety will be enforced. For a complete list of vendors, you can find this story on KXLY. All right, we're back with our final check of the weather with Mark Peterson coming up after this.